All right, Shalom. I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachakodash. Double honors to our venerable apostles and elders of Great Millstone who were well, and peace and blessings to the Lord's elect, the house of David. All right, so Brother Aharon coming back at you with a quick lesson going live. All right, and the title is Your Carbon Footprint, the Ominous Meaning. All right, Lord willing, this lesson be edifying and uplifting and informative unto the elect. All right, and as you know, starting from my elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down. All right, we've been given a warning on events that's to happen. All right, around the whole entire planet Earth. All right, which is all end time biblical prophecies. Okay, prophecies like earthquakes in diverse places. Okay, famines. Okay, wars, rumors of wars. Okay, pestilences. All right, these are all end time prophecies. Okay, that the Lord and many different prophets spoke of, that the Lord has sent us back here to what? To explain to you. Now, the last major prophecy, I should say, before the Third World War, as you can see, is actually brewing right now. Okay, but as the Lord said in Matthew the 24th chapter, that these things are just the beginning of sorrows, right? Now, ultimately, with all the sorrows that's coming, okay, the one prophecy that we're all waiting for is the mandatory implementation of the MOTB. Okay, now many different times in history, Esau has tried to unite the world, all right, under one form of order. Okay, going all the way back to the Greeks, all right, with Alexander, all right, going into something known as Pan-Hellenism. Okay, the Romans were conquering, all right, when they came into power, I should say. Okay, and the same thing as the second leg of the Roman Empire, which is America, Babylon the Great. Okay, the mindset of complete domination over the whole entire planet. All right, and that's because, as is written in the book of Job. All right, let's see if we can get this here. The book of Job, chapter 9. Let me see. All right, it's skipping my mind right now. Let me see, Job 24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. How is this slipping my mind right now? Job chapter 9, verse 24. It's got to be that. I don't know why that precept just slipped my mind like that. All right, it's the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay, the wicked, all right. He covereth the faces of the judges, right, thereof. If not, where and who is he? Okay, so the wicked, as it stands, are in rulership, are in power over the earth. Okay, that's why they're able to do the things that they do against everybody else. Okay, and get away with it. Okay, when they can, wage war against people, take over their heritage, all right, take their land, enslave their people, all right, all these different things that they do, all right, and nobody, seems to be able to get up and do nothing about it. Now they've gotten so much power, all right, now they want to push for the last major prophecy, okay, and they're coming around doing it in so many different ways, right? Esau's trying to speak his way into it. All right, and the latest thing that I noticed, okay, was this video here. All right, now this is going back a few years ago, yeah, a couple of years ago, 2 years ago. All right, and this was the Alibaba Group president, J. Michael Evans, who was boasting about at the World Economic Forum about the development of individual carbon footprint trackers. okay, to monitor what you buy, what you eat, and where and how you travel. All right. So let's hear it from his mouth. All right, and then we're gonna go into it. All right, because this is all biblical prophecy, like I said. All right, and as it's written in Psalms, the 64th chapter, the Heavenly Father is causing their tongue to fall upon themselves. Okay, so let's hear it from the dragon's mouth.
We're developing through technology an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So, individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned. We don't have it operational yet, but this is something that we're working on.
Okay, now something very interesting when you look at body language, right? You notice his hand motion, his gesture, right? What he's doing his hand with. I mean, when you start showing your hands like that, all right, you're letting the world know, all right, it's a symbol for something small. Okay, look at how he does. Look at how he does his hand.
Developing through technology an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint.
For consumers to measure their own carbon footprint, right? So listen to his words: carbon footprint. Okay, their consumers should what to measure their carbon footprint. Okay, all right. Now let's go into this real quick. There's a book of Revelation, chapter 13, start at 15. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Okay, so there's coming a time where this beast here is the system that you're seeing today going into NATO and the EU. Okay, but the beast uses NATO, which is the head of the military, to enforce their authoritarian rule upon the face of the earth. Okay, by waging war against any country that comes against their regime, they'll come at you with their whether it be by proxy or by direct fight or contact. NATO is some way somehow in war with everyone upon the face of the earth. And the latest one is Russia, okay, which is all leading to World War III. Okay, the last major prophecy before we get out of here and we see this place be destroyed. Okay, so that means this place is almost out of here. All right, but again, Esau is getting to a time where, with his draconian standards, okay, draconian laws, that anyone who does not comply, all right, that's what it means to worship the image. All right, if you don't comply with the way, that they're pushing this whole alphabet lifestyle, okay, that's a conditioning of the mind to transition people, because very soon the way they treat this whole alphabet crew people, where you can't speak against it, if you do, you're gonna lose your job, and you do this and you get punished. The same thing that they do with the Jays. You speak against them, you get the whole ridicule and condemnation. Right? They're gonna transfer that. The next thing they're gonna do with that same attention and energy is gonna be on the truth, the Bible speakers. Okay, those who believe on the Bible, those who believe on the Heavenly Father, those who actually live according to the ways of the Scriptures righteously, right? They're gonna start pushing out propaganda and making it seem like we're an extremist group or whatever the case may be, to dehumanize us. Okay, so very soon, speaking about the Bible is gonna be shunned like somebody who is openly against the alphabet crew people. You see how they treat people like that? You're like the worst person in society. You should never even be alive. Like, who gave you the authority and the ability to even speak like this? You need to be punished. We need to make examples out of people like you. You see? Why are you such a hateful person? God doesn't hate people. Like, they're going to push it like that. They're going to spin that narrative. I saw an article earlier. I didn't read it. I saw the title. And it was saying that, I think they were saying that schools are teaching the children how to spot out so-called conspiracy theories, and how to basically maneuver when you see those kind of things going out there. Okay, so now they're trying to have the children, not only are they destroying their minds with all this weirdo satanic BS that they're doing in the schools, okay, and on TV and the music and so on and so forth, the extreme perversion towards children. All right, not only are they doing that, but now they're saying that for those who might even have a chance of coming across this truth, okay, they'll, oh, you, that's the conspiracy. Don't even pay attention to that. Oh, people are saying that, oh, what you guys are doing is going to end you up in the Most High destroying you. I don't listen to that. That's conspiracy. You know. But again, going back to Revelation, the 13th chapter. Okay, so now we understand that that time is coming where those of us who stand against this system, okay, especially when that time of the hour of temptation comes in, yeah, it's gonna be tough. That's why it's called the hour of temptation. All right, but we gonna go through it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, and we will survive. Okay, it says, and he causeth all, okay, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, now we're gonna do this for um, any IUIC members that may be watching. All right, this is how you're supposed to do it. All right, real quick. Causeth, right? When you go into that word causeth, it says what? The Greek word here is poeo, right? And now when you go into it, which is what, again, IUIC members are supposed to be doing, if you want to understand what Revelation 13, verse 16 is talking about, this is all you got to do. All right, this is all you got to do. Okay, go into the words. Okay, so now we saw it says what? It says poeo, right? Down here it says to make. It says with the names of things made to produce, right? Produce, construct, right? Construct, form, fashion. Okay. What did he say earlier? He said what? Let's listen to what this guy said.
To measure their own carbon footprint. We're developing through technology. And
what does it mean to develop? That means to construct something. Okay. So they're in the process of performing something that's yet to come up. All right. So let's listen.
Ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint.
To measure. Okay. To measure. So it says what? To be authors of the cause. They're developing, right? They're causing, they're developing. He's saying it out of his mouth, right? It says to make ready, to prepare. So that's why he said consumers stay tuned. Let's listen.
What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned. We don't have it operational yet, but this is something that we're working on.
You hear that? So there you go. They have it. They don't have it operational, but it's something they're working on. Okay, and they're testing everything out in different countries. When you look at the East right now, though you're not hearing too much about it in the West, whenever you do see it, it looks like something that's like, wow, look at what they're doing over there. But the reality is, that's their norm. When you see communist China and you see how they got surveillance cameras everywhere, and I think I have a video I'm gonna show after, okay, of how things are gonna be, or at least what Esau wants to set up very soon in order to merge with the MOTB, because it's all about compliance. It's all about worshiping it. Okay, so that whole Chinese system, people see that and they think, oh, that's some futuristic stuff, or that's out there. That's what's coming over here. What do you think all these different major companies joining together all of a sudden, all right, pretty much all at the same meetings, all coming out with the same policies and following the same policies? Look what happened over the past 4 years. Almost damn near the whole entire country, everywhere you go, they all was saying the same thing. You got to take the drop shot, or if not, you can't do this. It's like all across the board. And very few who resisted, they got reprimanded for it. See, you can't work. Oh, you can't live over here because you're not this, and they're gonna take it to a whole nother level. That's why he said it's not up and running yet, but when it's up and running, this is how it's gonna be. All right. It says what? To make ready, prepare to produce. All right. To bear, to shoot forth. Shoot forth, huh? Interesting. To acquire, to provide a thing for oneself, to make a thing out of something. Right? To make, i.e., render one anything. Render one anything. When you render means to give one anything, right? To constitute or appoint one anything. To appoint or ordain one that. It says to make, i.e., declare one anything. Okay? So doesn't it sound like mandates that are going to be coming out very soon? Eventually, this becomes mandatory because of just the way the system is being set up now. That in very few months, this is just how it's going to be. All right? That time is coming. It says to put one forth, to lead him out, to make one do something. Hear that? To make one do something. Okay? When he's saying that it's going to track your this and track your that, it's not optional. Okay? That's just how it is.
For consumers to measure their own carbon footprint.
To measure your own carbon footprint. The reason why it's going to be mandatory is because what have they been saying? We need to bring the carbon emissions lower, right? And Bill Gates said it over a decade ago that the best way to do that is to what? Something got to go down. The population got to go down. See? So now they have ways to do that. But again, Esau want to have fun with this. He wants to be like the Most High. He wants to have all the power. Okay? So let's listen. He said what?
What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform?
How you gonna know all this? How you gonna measure all of this? What kind of technology would one need, all right, to be able to measure somebody's what they eat, how they eat, where they travel, and all this? When Klaus Schwab is saying that very soon they're gonna have brain chips where they're gonna be able to read your mind and everything like that. See? It says to be the authors of a thing. That's why he's saying they're developing it. All right, to cause, to bring out, or to bring about. Act rightly, do well. Okay, so now we understand what causeth means. Okay, so many right there. So much heat right there. Okay, it says causeth all. The word all, pas, right? Let's go into that. It says what? It says individually, each, every, any, all, the whole, everyone, all things, everything, collectively. It's a whole system overhaul. Okay? That means the people have to comply or else you're out of the system, period. And it's all digital. Okay? So it says what? Collectively, some of all types, all. Okay? When you read the headlines, biometrics headlines, it's everywhere. It's not just European countries. They in African countries too. All right. A lot of these African countries are even shifting over faster than a lot of these European countries. Okay, because a lot of these African countries, they don't have that much leverage when it comes to these deals with the elites and all that. Okay, it's easy for any of these countries to just overtake these countries. Just go in there, propaganda, and then boom, there you go. Loans here, loans there. Now you owe us. We taking over. Let me take care of your money system for you. You know. All right. It says what? Both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive. Okay. Let's go into that word receive. Okay. What are they gonna do? Receive. What does that mean? The Greek says what? Didomai. Okay. Didomai. It says what? To give something to someone. Of one's own accord, to give one something. Interesting. Kind of like when the CV came out, right? And the jump shot also came out. What was happening? People went on their own accord to what? To give them arms up for what? They did it. Even when we told them not to. A lot of people that we know, we told them, yo, this and that. They did this, what they planned. They ain't try to hear that. Like, nah, I'm about to lose my job. I need to go to boom. They went and took it. Some people didn't even have to. Yo, the folly. I got friends in the world, or used to be friends in the world, that they said they took it. I'm like, first one said, he said, yo, I saw the bus. I saw the bus right there. I'm walking my way. I seen the bus. I'm like, yo, let me just go get that shit. And he just went. I said, what? Yo, Jake, bro. You know. And then the other one, he said his friends was they were after work. They used to go out and all that. And he used to go out with them. But now the bars that they go to, right? They demanding, yo, if you don't got the thing, you can't come in here. So he felt left out. It happened the first week he resisted it. He said, nah, my boy then told me, he said I shouldn't take this thing, so I ain't gonna take it. Right? Second week came. It's like, yo, this thing is, man, you going out again? Yeah, I can't come though. This ain't this or the whole thing. All right, cool. Third week, he said the third week didn't even get to the last. He said he went straight to CVS. He seen that. He said, yo, I'm taking one of these bad boys. I said, what? That they got you like that? You know? He said, bro, I wasn't trying to stay. Nah, bro, I had to go out, bro. Bro, I had to go out. I said, wow. See? And I'm just like, man, Jake is Ed, bro. Yeah, they got you just like that. So you see, people like that, they're gonna take that C hip when it comes out. Okay. And I've asked him before. I said, yo, you gonna take that chip when it come out? He's like, hell yeah, bro, I'm gonna take that shit. I haven't spoken to them in months, right? We used to talk a lot, but since the whole CV thing happened, everything just went away, you know. So the Lord definitely separating, us from the world completely, you know. Anyway, so it says here, to his advantage, right? To of one's own accord to give one something to his advantage. So when they present something to you, and they say this is the only way to go, right? Problem, reaction, solution. Cui bono. If we say, okay, this is the end goal, right? This is what we need the people to accept before we get to our end goal. So how do we do it? Let's create the problem. Okay. Once the problem is created, the people will automatically react because it's already been planned that way. Okay. And once it happens, then they can come in with the solution. See? And those who resist that solution are the ones who are deemed extremists and so on and so forth. And they're going to find a way to quell that, whether it's going to be taking us off the internet completely, all right, and or demonizing us enough to come in and arrest us, as is written in the scriptures. But that's also what's going to provoke miracles. You see, so the Lord has everything already mapped out. All right, but it says what? To grant, give to one asking, to let, or let have, to supply, to furnish necessary things, to give over, right? Deliver, to reach out, extend, present, of a writing. Mm, mm. To give over to one's care, entrust, commit. That's compliance. Okay. Something to be administered, right? To give over to one's care and trust. When they say trust this, and this is what we're gonna do, and it'll measure this, and it will give you this, and all that. Trust it. Just trust the system. Trust the process. Trust the science. Commit. Comply. Just do it, right? Something to be administered. To give or commit to someone something to be religiously observed. Right? Are they not pushing so hard to eliminate, okay, the concept of religion or the Bible or anything like that, because they want to be worshipped through AI? Okay, they want to be like the Most High, man. All right, let's get that real quick in one of my favorite precepts, Second Thessalonians, the second chapter. Okay, and this is the times that we're in, man. Man, every day that goes by, Esau is revealing himself more and more, and every description that is given of Esau in the scriptures, he's fulfilling it every day. It's like, damn, people see it. You be watching, you be like, damn, yo, these devils really be, yeah. The scriptures don't lie. It's an accurate description of who they are. And if you pay close attention, you know, yeah, this is definitely the Edomites, man. Ain't no other nation that could fit these devils. You crazy? Shit. Anyway, let's get this real quick. All right, this is the book of Second Thessalonians, chapter 2. Let's jump down to verse 3. All right, it says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." Okay, so the falling away came during the time of 70 AD and after. Okay, all the way through till the time where the truth came back. Okay, so it says what? And that man of sin be revealed. So all the way from the Roman Empire all the way till now. Okay, now the world knows who Esau Edom is, the wicked. All right, that the Bible speaks of. Okay, it says the son of perdition, meaning what? Destruction. It says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, shewing himself that what? That he is God. Okay, so this whole concept of this AI that Esau is trying to push is for what? Is to make him a so-called God on earth. Okay, and yep, Khan. Brother Bearer of Yahushua 144 says, 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Khan. That's right. Okay, that's why the Heavenly Father is the one who's guiding us. He's giving us the eyes to see. Okay, so when we see these things, unlike the world, we look at it from a spiritual point of view. Say, okay, well, Lord, this is the end goal. We already know what the end goal is. Now, how are you planning for these devils to actually bring it out? Okay, and then he shows us, as like Amos 3 and 7. Okay, sure, the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. Okay, so he gives us the inside scoop, and then we bring it out, and then years later, it happens, and it was, oh shit, yo, but before then, it's always, oh, you guys are crazy. Before World War III came up, we were talking about it, what was it, was 2016, 2017, around there? Even prior to that with the apostles, right, the bishops and so on and so forth, the elder brothers, okay? They were talking about World War III popping off. They were talking about Israel, all right? I remember when we first came to truth, and I was like, damn, it's so specific, right? Going into Israel, right? Going into Iran, going to Russia. I was like, man, that's crazy. I was like, yeah, these are truly the prophets of the Lord. Because I would have never thought about that. I would have never known that what's written in the old scriptures, Old Testament, is actually fulfilled today, where real life countries and people and lands and all these different things are actually playing a factor in end time prophecy. You know, so like we're watching it as it's been written. It's like, oh shit, you know, right? So hey, another one right here, Isaiah 31 and 1. It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, right? And they're gonna set up a system, which is system means pit, Salakia, pit. But they're gonna declare some form of an emergency. Okay, whether it be a state of emergency, a national emergency, which we're still in a national emergency, all right, or a global emergency. Regardless of what emergency is going to be one that will open up the doors for them to emerge with that new mandatory implementation of the MOTB. Okay, so it says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, because people are going to go back to Esau Edom for a little bit of whatever they took away from them from the beginning. Okay, your jobs, your money, your lifestyle, your houses, your homes, your cars, whatever. They're going to take all that away. It says you own nothing and you be happy. And then they're going to bring it back to you, but you're going to have to rent. You're going to have to show your digital ID in order to be able to get some of these things back. Okay? You know, if you just get a regular job, now you go into a job, it's like, hey, digital ID. What's your digital ID? You're like, well, I don't have one. You know? Ain't no pen and paper. Everything is you typing something into a computer somewhere. All these new buildings and houses and stores and all these things that you're seeing them under construction is all to set up that MOTB technology. Amazon Go, Amazon One, whatever they call, with Whole Foods, they're doing the same thing, right? We went to a spot the other week, all right, myself and the brothers, and we got to this store, and as soon as I walked in there, the lady goes, "Oh, you need to put your card. That's the only way the thing is going to open for you." I said, "What?" She said, "Yeah, you tap your card and then the door will open, and then it's gonna keep $50, right? And then whatever you take out the store is gonna deduct it off your card automatically. That $50 within that range. If you go below that, then they'll send you the rest within 5 to 7 business days." I said, "What?" I said, "Oh shit, okay, that's interesting." You know, so right then and there, I said that they just bring it out. One day you just go into a store, and it's like some new shit. You're like, oh shit, like it's like a joke. You know, it seems like something brand new. It's like, okay, it's not that many stores doing it right now. It's just a few. but it's noticeable. Noticeable enough for you to say, "Yep, there's going to be a trend, and it's going to be everywhere." And every turn you make, everywhere you go, there's this new technology where you have to scan some QR code or some tap and go or whatever. Scan your hand, you know, that type of stuff is coming. It's all over the place. Okay. It says, going back to the precept, Isaiah 31 and 1, it says, "Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, and in horsemen, because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord." Right. Because every solution that they're going to be looking for is all going to be carnal. Okay. They're not going to be thinking spiritually. Right. When the banks shut down, you think people are going to be thinking spiritually? No. Okay. When so-called diseases outbreak and they send out these mandates, you think people are going to be thinking spiritually? No. Because it's all set up as a trap of inconvenience. You see, and the only safety, or the only way to get back to convenience, is by compliance. All right, to this MOTB. That's why it says, going back to uh, receiveth, right? Didomai, right? It says to grant or to give one asking. So they're asking you, they're coercing you. They're saying, if you want to do this, you got to comply with this, right? And that's how they're going to bring it in. Okay, the system is already set up. All right. It says to receive a what? Charagma. Okay, charagma. All right. It says a stamp, an imprinted mark, of the mark stamped on the forehead or right hand of the badge of the followers of the anti-Messiah. Okay, the mark branded upon horses, thing carved, sculpture, graven work of idolatrous images. Okay, but it says here a stamp, an imprinted mark. Okay, now very interesting, right? Let's go into that word here. See some, right? Now it says what? Charax. Okay, the root word is charax, which says what? A pale or stake, a palisade. Okay, it says a palisade or rampart, palisades between which earth, stones, trees, and timbers are heaped and packed together. Okay, and is actually, when you look at a palisade, it's shaped like that of a needle. All right, it's a sharp, pointy end to it. Okay, it says a pail or stake. Okay, a pail or stake. All right. So now let's go back and read some more of this. Okay, so now we understand what charax or charagma means, right? The print, right, or the mark. But then when you go into how that mark is going to be given, the charax is that pale, the palisade. Okay, that incision. All right, in epi, under the skin. Okay, in their right hand, dexios, or in their foreheads. Okay, now what will be that reason for it, for having this device in your body? It says, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Hmm? All right. So this is all synonymous with what? The MOTB, the actual incision. Okay. The name of the beast, the number of his name is all synonymous, because these are all going to be in the form of corporations, right? So you might have brands and so on and so forth, but they're going to be like, for example, the CV came out. You had people who took the Pfizer, whatever. You had people that took Moderna, and so on and so forth. So when corporations come out, like BlackRock or whatever, they have their own brands. Okay, so people might say, oh, they got the C hip from the producers of Tesla. Elon Musk produced blah blah blah, whatever. Some may take it from, oh, the Pentagon, the government produced it. You know, you got privatized, you got that kind of thing. So it's like just any other. It's like a device, regular device that comes out, in a form of the standard, right? Corporations doing it, Feds doing it, everyone is doing it because it's lucrative, right? It's lucrative because of the measure. That's the part that they're looking for. right? The print, the foot, right? Let's go into that. Okay, they measure that they're measuring people's life. They wanna be like the Most High. They want to know everything about you. That's the whole point of this. Have total raw power over people. Okay. It said the name of the beast or the number of his name. So it's going into the same thing as the MOTB. All right. Through these major corporations, the world, uh, 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 um, who that I should say. I was going to say the whole thing, but who that, right? Um, NATO, EU, right? These countries and so on and so forth. Okay, they're all going to push it upon their people. Okay, it says, "Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 636." Okay, that's what 666, right? That's going into what the Chi Psi stigma. Okay, now let's go back to this once again, and let's look something up. All right, real quick.
We're developing through technology an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's
Okay. Listen.
Where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform?
So that's a form of measuring, right? They're going to measure everything that everyone does. And the only way they're going to be able to do that is by going into this. Okay. Now, let's look this up. Shit. Carbon. Okay. Let's see. It says carbon, right, is a chemical element. It has symbol C and atomic number 6. Okay. Atomic number 6. Now, let me see something. Let's see. Right. Right here. Carbon, uh, element 6. Okay. Element 6. Let me see. Chemical element. Okay. So element 6, right? All right, cool. So you've seen the number 6 right there. All right, now let's go into the word foot. Okay. All right. Not the noun. Let's go down. Let's see. Nope. Let's see. Maybe up here. Yep, right there. Okay, so it says here foot, right? This is the definition I'm looking for. It said the linear measure. Okay, linear measure. So it's a measurement, biometrics. Okay, they're gonna measure your carbon footprint. Okay, so the foot in that word, that phrase, all right, carbon footprint. The foot means measure. Okay, it says a unit of measure used widely and anciently. All right, it says the current inch and foot are implied from measurements in 12 centimeters. Okay, the length of a foot in medieval is a 13.2 inches. Okay, all right, so you understand that that word foot that he's using is a form of measurement. All right, now let's go into that word print. Okay, print, it says impression, mark made by impression upon a surface as by a stamp or seal. Okay, right, let's see the meaning. Printed lettering, handwriting, sends picture or design. Okay, cool. So boom, right? It says to print is what? To make a mark. All right, a mark made by impression upon a surface or an impression. All right, a stamp or seal. Okay, that's what print. So when he's saying carbon, right, which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, carbon is made out of 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. I may be wrong on that. I'm not sure, but that's what I think. Okay, I wasn't too good in chemistry class, so um, but so even though that, just to look at that on the atomic table, right? The atomic numbers, it says what? It's element 6. Okay, carbon 6, right? Foot is going to what? Measure, and then print is what? A stamp. Okay, so when you go into that word 666, right, is a Greek chi psi stigma. Okay, and it says what? Let's go into this real quick. Right here, stigma. Okay, stigma. It says a mark pricked in or branded upon the body. Right? To ancient Oriental usage, slaves and soldiers bore the name or stamp of their master or commander, branded or pricked, cut into their bodies to indicate what master or general they belong to. Okay? And there were even some devotees who stamped themselves in this way with the token of their gods. The the incision. And what is the token of their gods? That MOTB. Because once they have that, they're connected literally to the new world, which is digital and is ran by AI. See, so these people think they're gonna be cool. Yo, I'm the one who's gonna be able to scan my hand and then I can open my car door. Like that's like some cool shit, you know. But little do they know that they're using this as a form of worship to this new digital world, you know. And that's all going to be tied into your digital ID, which is also tied into your social credit score, your UBI, and so on and so forth. Okay, so it's a whole system, all right, built into one. And the scriptures already told you how you're going to be able to be identified, or how you're even going to be able to move in this society is if you comply with this, if you receive uh, 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 the branding. Okay, so we go into that word, right? Print, breaking down carbon footprint, right? The carbon is represented 6, right, on the elements table. Okay, element 6, and then measuring. When you go into the word foot, okay, it's a unit of measure. Okay, going into biometrics, right, the measure of a foot measure or feet measure, right? But then they say biometrics. Bio means body or uh, a person, right? Bio, life, right? And metrics go into what? Measurement. Okay, so the carbon footprint is literally a print, a device that will be inside the body, right? That will be what? To be able to calculate everything that a person is doing, right? Let's listen to him again. What did he say is going to be able to do? They're developing this thing. Let's listen.
We're developing through technology an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So, individual carbon footprint tracker.
Individual carbon footprint tracker. See? So it's not like this big you're not gonna see some big ass screen and then everyone's shit is on there. No. All right. Listen to this. Listen to this. Right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. Oh, I'm gonna read it out because I don't think you can see it on the thing, right? Bearer of Yahushua 144 says carbon atoms comprise of nucleus of neutrons and 6 protons surrounded by 6 electrons. You're right, LOL. There you go. See? So just the word carbon alone, right, has six what? Was it 6 nucleic? Let me see if I could get this one. There you go. Carbon is the cosmic product of the burning of helium, in which 3 helium nuclei, atom weight 4, fuse to produce a carbon nucleic atomic weight 12. All right. More than 99% of the carbon in the carbon cycle is found in the Earth's crust. Most of this has a biological origin, deposited on the ocean floor from the remains of many marine creatures. Right, some good information right here that the brother's bringing out. Okay, but yeah, man. So carbon atoms comprise a nucleus of neutrons and 6 protons surrounded by 6 electrons. Okay, so that's 666. So carbon, right? They got that number 6 or the vibration 6, and you can see right here in the back. Okay, the World Economic Forum, the background right there, the O's with that slash going through it represents a 6, a 6, and another 6 right here. Okay, and he's standing right there telling you how they're gonna go about doing it. Okay, and it's to track everything you do. How they gonna be able to do that? A measurement. All right, and how is the measurement going to work? Is going to be a print, your carbon footprint. Okay, and how is that going to happen? The charagma, which is going to be placed inside of your skin, underneath your skin, and it's going to be done by way of what? If you don't have this, you can't buy and sell. Your buying and selling, okay, is just the information or the data that goes into what graphos means. The data, that information that they want to acquire from you. But the only way they can do it is by having a device of theirs inside of you. Okay? And the Heavenly Father is saying, anyone who does that, you're basically giving up your spirit, your soul, yourself to another person, Esau Edom. He's your God through AI. See? Because anyone who has that C-hip in them, they're not going to be thinking about the Heavenly Father or worshiping the Heavenly Father. They'll shut down your C-hip, you know? But again, it's just something that, through the spirit I just put together. All right, but let's check this out real quick and then we're gonna close it out, right? It says calculate your carbon footprint. Here's where it gets very interesting because these devils know exactly what they're doing. Okay. It says, what is a carbon footprint? A carbon footprint is the total amount of greenhouse gases, including carbon dioxide and methane, that are generated by our actions. What does that even mean? It says the average carbon footprint for a person in the United States is 16 tons, one of the highest rates in the world. Globally, the average carbon footprint is closer to 4 tons. Now, this is where you start to question, like, okay, what do you mean tons? Like tons what? Tons of what? 16 tons, like give me more. What are you comparing this to? So it makes sense to the people who are reading it, but this is how they put it. So it says the average carbon footprint for a person in the United States is 16 tons. Okay? So that means that they need to do something drastic to bring these numbers down. All right? Globally, the average carbon footprint is closer to 4 tons. So damn. About almost damn near every 3 out of 4 people going to have to be cooked, be up out of here. It says to have the best chance of avoiding a 2 degrees Celsius rise in global temperatures, the average global carbon footprint per year needs to drop to under 2 tons by 2050. Wow. So damn near, pretty much like a 90%, 80 to 90% of the global population got to go. All right. Lowering individual carbon footprints, in other words, you know what I'm saying? From 16 tons to 2 tons doesn't happen overnight. You're damn right. It takes time. Okay. But now they're tired of waiting because they don't have much time. So now it's going to be a force. Okay. This is by making small changes to our actions, like eating less meat, taking fewer connecting flights. What? And line drying our clothes, we can start making a big difference. Really? Okay. See this? Boom, 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 boom. Get started. Travel is going to be affected. Your homes are going to be affected. Your food is going to be affected. Your shopping is going to be affected. In order for you to come back, all right, we need your measurement, your footprint. Okay, your measure, your biometrics, your footprint. All right, so take action. Bring that hand. You see, they show you. It's all subliminal. Okay, it says, let's go down a little bit. We got all these things here, right? It says we can't save nature without you. You understand what that means? We can't save nature without you. So they told the world that in order for us to save nature, the population got to go down. We got to change the way we eating, all these different things, and ultimately we got to have a certain way of dealing with disease outbreaks. So that comes with technological, solutions, right? So we can't save nature, meaning we can't get to the next fourth industrial revolution. That's how, in their mind, they're going to save nature, right? Without you, because it's the people, the you. That's why Klaus Schwab said the fourth industrial revolution is not about the changing of things; it's about you changing. So in order for their digital world to work, they need the people to power it. AI is all learning. So in order for them to just do away with everyone, they need to at least get all your information. How does this person eat? What do they think? So they could build a robotic digital version of you, and then they could just live that digital world and then just do away with everything. Oh, that's their end goal. See, but that's not. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. All right. So continuing, it says, stand up for our natural world with nature conservancy. Every acre we protect, every river mile restored, every species brought back from the brink begins with you. Okay? So, hey, go into the earth, all right, and them that dwell in them. All right, for the devil has come down onto you. Let's get that real quick. All right, let's get that. What's that? So Revelation 12. Let's see. All right, so let's see. Real quick, Slakia. All right, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a time. Okay, so hey, I'm busy. Relax. All right. Because Esau is about to go in. All right, they're really about to turn things up, right? Because they know that they don't have much time. A lot of people are waking up, right? There's a lot of questioning, inquisition going on. So Esau is losing sleep, sweating, you know. But let's read this, right? Let's finish this off real quick. It says, protect nature with a donation. Okay, donation, giving over to one's, you're giving something over to something, right? It says, do your part to create a more sustainable future for our planet. Do your part kind of sound like, you know, the greater good type energy, right? Do your part. Donate today and you'll be a member. Funding urgent, direct, right? Funding urgent, direct conservation and advocacy. The power, right? Your right hand, power to protect and restore nature now and for the next generation is in your hands. Okay, that was not put there by accident. Okay, is in your hands. Okay, so for them to get to that point, the nature conservancy and the carbon footprint and all that, because this is all about carbon footprint, right? It's in your hands. Calculate your carbon footprint. How you gonna do that? In your hands. Okay, 13. Let's go. Revelation 13 and verse what? And verse 18. Okay, that carbon footprint. All right, it says what? The Chi Psi stigma. Okay, Chi Psi stigma 666, 603 score and 6. Okay, the carbon footprint. The carbon is what? Was that the 6? Let's bring that back. Let's bring that back. The brother put that up there. I can't see it, but you can't see it, but it's right here. Carbon atoms comprise a nucleus of neutrons and 6 protons surrounded by 6 electrons. And carbon is an element 6 on the element table. Okay, so 666. Okay, carbon your foot going into a measurement, right? Biometrics, all right, and then the print going into what? A mark or a pricked or brand upon the body. Okay, that's where you get karax. Okay, in from the word karagma. Okay, it says a stamp of their master or commander branded or pricked. Okay, so it's coming. All right, it's all. This is what John saw, man, and these people are coming out and telling you exactly how they're going to bring this into fruition. Okay, so for those who have eyes to see, hey, may Yahweh Shem Yahushua continue to bless you. But for those who are blind and they can't see this prophecy out plain as day, well, hey, it is what it is, right? So yeah, man, I just wanted to bring that out. Now I do have a video I wanted to share as well, but I'll probably put that in the next lesson, okay, about how they're gonna bring this carbon footprint and everything, like what's going on in China, how it's gonna be happening here in Babylon and around the world as well. All right, so they're setting the stage for it, okay. But yeah, I'm gonna just leave it up there. Lord willing, you are edified and informed. All right, this has been your carbon footprint, the ominous meaning. All right, Lord willing, you are edified, uplifted, and informed. In closing, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bachar Kodash, the water Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And until next time, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Brakathum, and Shalom.